Hello everyone. You're on Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. So, I'm back for another video. Hopefully I will get back to a normal schedule. But, I think my energy just had to get used to the new energy that was coming in, and I think we're ready to go. Ready to get back on schedule. Alright, lately I have been making some dream catchers with a friend here in Boise. And so I told another friend here on YouTube that I would show how I made one on camera. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start with a Dollar Tree hoop. You can find a pack of 3 at Dollar Tree in the flower or like the floral section of Dollar Tree. They come in like 3 different sizes, but you can get a pack of 3 and you can use it for all kinds of different things. Today we're going to make a dream catcher out of one of them. Okay, and we're going to start off using some yarn from Dollar Tree, of course. And the color I chose today is black. You can use any color. And you can use pretty much any type of yarn. So if you have, just you use whatever you got on hand, right? It might be easier to rewrap your yarn in a ball to do this first step, but I'm lazy and I didn't do that. So what we're going to do is wrap this yarn all the way around really tight, just so we cover up the wire, okay? So I'm going to get this started, and then I'm going to pause you guys and finish it, because this part's kind of boring. So I'm just going to start it, and then I'll pause and finish it here. But I'm just seeing it. I'm just putting a normal knot, and I'm just double knotting it right there. Okay. And I'm going to leave a long tail, because that's going to be part of our hangy loop, and I'll show you how I tie it off once we get it all wrapped around. Okay. But what I start doing is just wrapping this around, okay, and you want to make sure to hold this, because at first when you try to make it tight, it's going to slip. See how that's slipping? So you're going to want to hold that tight for a couple rounds, and then you won't have to hold it no more. But you just want to make sure it's tight, but not so tight that you're breaking your yarn, you know. You just want it snug. And you want the yarn close together so you don't see any of the wire hoop through. Okay. And that's all I'm doing. How's everyone doing? I know it's been, probably about a week since I've actually posted a crafty video. But how's everyone doing? Today in Boise, we're getting more snow. It kind of like, it snows a little bit here and then kind of melts away, and then snows a little bit and then kind of melts away. Like, it's irritating. I think everybody here in Boise, Idaho is probably ready for spring now. Okay, but you see how I'm doing it? I'm going to pause now, and I'm going to do that all the way around the hoop, and then I'll come back, okay? This process might take about, depends how fast you are, probably about 20 minutes, okay? So, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. As you can see, I got it all wrapped around here. See? I left it untied because I was going to show you how I tied it off. And I cut it from my yarn, but I cut a pretty big tail. I probably didn't need that much. Alright, so I'm just going to tie it. Just a normal tie there. And I'm going to tie it one more time, so just double knot. And there you go. Okay, that's done. So I'm gonna cut some of these tails off. And depending on how, this is gonna be your hanging element. So this is the top of your hoop, okay? So depending on how long you want it to hang is how long your tails right there should be. So I'm gonna put my knot right there. I'm gonna cut some more of that off. Okay. All right, so we're pretty much ready for the next step, which is the middle design. And what you'll need for that is a waxy cord or like a waxy thread, okay? Traditionally, it's made with sinew, which is an animal skin, which I don't like working with animal skin or really any type of real leather. So here is a synthetic sinew, which is just waxy cord. This is a fake sinew. Okay, it's supposed to look like the real product, but it's not. This is fake. Okay, and so there's this one. My friend got, yeah, see, waxy cord. Okay, you guys can, I'll get my thumb out of the way from my finger. But my friend got this one off of Amazon, and it's a pretty big thing. You ain't gonna need this much, okay? What I do is, I kind of estimate. So I had one already pre-made here because I made a dream catcher already with my friend, and so this is what was left over. But you want to rewrap some on just paper. Roll up some paper, tape it down, and roll some of this on there. Okay. I'm not going to use that color of cord today. We're going to use white. So I've already I already transferred some. And this is just a very waxy cord. You can almost feel like a stickiness to it almost. Okay. And then you just start with your design, which I'll show you that. But I get a little fancy. This step you don't have to do. I'm going to add some beads onto my cord so I can distribute them as I go around. And doesn't matter what size of beads, you just got to make sure that your cord that you're using will fit through your bead. Okay, so I'm just going to string some of these on, and I'm doing a black and white theme. So I'm putting like white and clear on here and black. So I do this first. This part you do not have to do, okay? I will show you an easier way on putting beads on your thing if you don't want to do it this way. Because you'll be like, Tony, what? That's too complicated. Don't worry. Okay, so that's all I want right now. Because if I want more beads after I'm done doing the design in the middle, I can add more by just wire wrapping some and making them dangle. Alright, so we're just gonna pull those down, and we're gonna start here at the top, and we're just gonna make a knot. Okay, if my fingers will work today. And just try to get it as tight as you can. Make a double knot. Now, I haven't worked with this white stuff before, so I don't know how well it stays tied. I have worked with this though, and this stuff stays tied really well. I don't ever have to worry about it loosening up over time, right? So making this black and white one is going to be experiment, right? Okay, I think we got it. So you'll end up with a little tail, and once we're done doing our design, I'll show you what to do with that. So we're just going to ignore that for now. Okay, so your first loop, try not to make your first loops too big, but remember when we go all the way around, we're going to come back and go right in the middle of that. Okay. So let's see if that's going to turn around on me. Hold on. Okay, now we got that. All right, so I would say it's probably about 1.5 inches, maybe. I'm pretty much, it's about 2 inches. So roughly about 2 inches. Okay, so once we figure out where we want our loops, we're going to go back through. Okay, we're going to go back through it. And we're going to go like that. We're going to go this way, and we're going to make it tight, or somewhat tight. Okay, we don't want to make them too tight, but we don't want them loose either. And we're just going to do that all the way around. So we're going to go to our next. I'm just guesstimating. Okay, about 2 inches. Go back through. Okay, and then we just go right. See how it is? Go back right over the top. And you can already see it forming. Okay. And then guesstimate our other 2 inches. Okay. So I'm going to do that all the way around. And when I come back to this one, then I'll come back. So I'm going to pause. Okay. Okay, I'm back. All right. Can you see how it's going all the way around now? And now we're right here at the top. Okay. Now we're going to go from here to here in the middle. Okay. Now we're going to go under and through. Okay. And this is what I mean. Don't make them firm, but not tight, because you still need to get through there. Okay, now we're going to go through this loop. Okay. And we're going to make, kind of like estimate your middle here. Just kind of make it tight. See? Now we're going to go to the next one. Okay. Come on. Here's the tough part. Gotta make sure those beads come with us. Okay. Okay. And then through that hole right there. Okay. Can you see it forming? Now it's pretty much forming the next layer that's going to go around. Okay. And at this point, this is where I'll start leaving beads behind. You'll see I'll do that next. So we're going to go back through this one. Okay. Come on. Okay, we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that bead behind. And go through the hole. And what I'm doing is I'm just making it tight. There you go. That one's going to get left right there. And then I'll probably skip leaving a bead there and go to the next one. You'll see. Okay. Go through. And then go through. Okay. And I kind of just, sometimes you gotta kind of just wiggle that in the middle and make sure it's tight. Okay. So I'm gonna finish this layer here. And then when I get back to the top to start our third go around, I'll come back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I have finished the second go around. Now we're going to start the third go around, okay? So now we're going to go from, because we're at the top, right? We're going to go from here to here, okay? Here to here to here, okay? So we're going to go up from the bottom, go through the bottom, okay? I'm leaving that one there. And then through this hole. Okay. Kind of find your middle. Pull it tight. And then go to your next hole. And through the bottom. Kind of find your middle. Pull it tight. Okay, see it forming? Now, if you find that your strings are becoming too loose, okay, it's not permanent. You can tighten the one that you're on and then go back, tighten that one. And what you're doing is you're just like, you know, squeezing them some. And then you can see how it's loosened up. So then you go back, pull, and then you pull this one tight. Okay. That was just a little tip. And the more you keep going in, it will keep getting tighter and tighter. Okay. I hope I'm explaining it simple enough. I'm trying to explain it the way it was explained to me. And it's been a few years since I've done them. But I think I did a really good job. I did one with my friend already, and I'll show you here in a little bit. Okay, but I'm gonna finish this third round, and then I'll come back, okay? Okay, I'm back. All right, I did a little more than I said I was going to, but I did that on purpose. I wanted to show you, okay, so like, you're like, okay, Tony, what if I ran out of stuff? Okay, well, make sure you're, for this scenario, make sure you leave yourself a tail, because you're going to have to tie some more on and just keep going, okay? Which, with my first one, I thought it would be really cool if I just dangle something from that instead of continuing, right? But I only did that because my tail actually ended up at the top where that's at, right? Well, that's not the case, so we're going to add more and keep on going. Okay. So I am going to put some on this thing. I won't need as much this time, so I'm just going to wrap a little bit on there. Okay. And if your middle starts getting like the hoops, the little wraparounds, if they start getting too small, You might have to start using like a needle to thread them through, which I'm not going to go that small. I just need to go around a couple more times because I do want to hang something in the middle. Okay. This part you are going to have to make sure that you get the knot really tight. Okay. Because when you start going around and tightening it, you don't want that to come loose. And if you can't pull very well because your fingers don't work no more, start doing this. Hang on to your string, pull tight. And sometimes because they are waxy, sometimes I just squeeze right in the middle too. Okay, cut that off, cut that off. Okay, and then it'll kind of look like this, and because it's waxy, it will form. So you can just rub it back and forth in your fingers. Now, create a nice little knot. Okay, so then I'm just going to continue going around like I was doing. Okay. See how it's forming? I think I might go around maybe one, maybe twice more, and then I will come back and show you what I do. Okay, so I'm going to pause one more time because I'm trying to make sure this video doesn't go over 30 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm going to stop my design right there because I'm right at the top. Okay, and so I want to put a dangle in the middle. Traditional dream catchers, they don't usually do that. They'll keep going all the way to the center until like there's no holes left. But most of my dream catchers are just pretty to look at. Okay. All right, but when I get to that point, if I want to put a dangle there, I will double knot it. When I get to that point, I'll go back under. No, what I did. Okay, I went over, under, and then I pull it through, and I will knot it right there. Okay, so then it won't come unraveled, and just make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little dangle piece. Let's see. Yeah, let's put some black beads. I'll put some black seed beads on there. Let's do black, white, because that's the style that I'm doing. Black and white, black and white. Okay. Now I'm just going to determine on how far I want my middle piece to come down. Let's do a few more. Okay, now I'm going to put a big dangly one there. And then here's my centerpiece. There. See? It's going to dangle just like that. Now, I just got to determine what color I want on the bottom here. Let's do another white. And then I'm going to tie it off. There we go. I was going to put this piece, and that probably would have looked really cool in the middle, but it has color in it, and that's... I'll make another one so I can use this one. but I wanted this one just to be black and white. So now I'm just going to tie a knot at the bottom. Now, here's a warning. If you have problems with your hands, you're going to have to do this slow throughout several day period, okay? Because it is a little hard on the knuckles and the hands. Like, I think I've been doing this for about 45 minutes, probably an hour, more like an hour or so, and my knuckles and hands are starting to throb a little, so I think I'm going to stop there for today. But your dream catcher is pretty much done at this point. Okay, so there's my dangle. That's going to be right in the middle. Okay, now I like to go a little extra, so I will put some more beads in here, but I'm going to put them on jump rings, and so they kind of dangle in there. Okay, and then I will add fringe and more beads hanging off the bottom. Okay, that you guys probably don't need to see. You can do that. That's easy. But before I let you go, I'm going to show you the one I made. I'll have to stand up for this so I can see what you're seeing on the camera here. Okay. Alright, so this one's a little bit bigger. But let me try to put it down first. Alright. So I used the brown wax thread on this one. I don't know if you guys can see that. See? I put a big dangle in the middle and a whole bunch of little things dangling off of it. Can you see? I know this background's not very good for this one, but here's the tails that I used on this one. Okay, so it's quite big. I put some painted feathers on here, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then I put some beads and lots of just fibers and threads and yarns and lace just hanging off the bottom. So I did that one like that. Alright, I hope I explained everything okay to you guys. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And I will see you another day.